Hello, this is Blizzard KB, and this is an unboxing video of a package I just got from Efforts. So let's take a look and see what's inside. Let's get it open first of all. I'll use a smaller sword. These are the best letter openers ever. Put this in the back. Alright, got it open. Okay, it seems to have gotten a little out of focus. Okay. And let's see. Alright, it's one of the Tony Fisher's golden eggs. This one is the gold and silver one. Let's see if I can ever get this open. Here's the stand for it. It's hard to read, but it says Orbix on it. That's one of Effort's other puzzles, so I guess he's reusing them for this one. We'll see if it stands up well in the puzzle. And here's the gold-silver one. It's very large. Let me bring it up a little closer to the camera. But it's very large and it's very shiny. What I'm going to do is start turning it and see if it has any of the imperfections on the inside edges that the Tony Fisher's Golden Cube had. Okay, here I turned it part way, and I'm looking at the edges. I'll bring it up as close to the camera as I possibly can. And I don't see any imperfections around the edges. I'm looking at this side as well. I don't see any imperfections there. Turn it a little bit more and we'll see if there's anything else. Again, here are the edges. I don't see any problems on these edges. They all, okay, here's one over here. Here's an imperfection. You can see that where my finger is, my index finger. There's a little bit of a smudge there, but it's not nearly as bad as what was going on with some of the other Tony Fisher's golden cubes. I'm turning it a little bit more to see if there's anything else of consequence. I don't see anything else. The turning itself is really smooth. Very smooth. Like I said, it's very shiny as well. So let's see if it'll stand up in the stand as well. Okay, so here's the Orbix stand. Let's see if the Tony Fisher's golden egg stands up in it. And there you have it. It seems to hold it pretty well. I've heard that other people have had problems, and therein might be the issue. I had it stand up before. It was turned slightly out of position. See, if I turn it slightly out of position like this, then it actually does stand up in the stand pretty well. But when I align everything, it seems to go off. It's standing up in the stand now, but if I touch it in the slightest way, it's going to start moving. See? So you may have to rest it like this. That's a much more stable way for it to stand in the stand. Or even this position. I think it could have done with a slightly bigger stand instead of reusing the Orbix stand. Especially for a puzzle that is as custom as something like this. It is possible to get it to stand in here though. Let's take a look at what else is in here. Okay. Here is the white Tony Fisher's golden egg. With its own stand as well. Let's use this handy dandy katana to cut through this. Again, this has a silver Orbix stand as well. I'm betting that all of them are going to be silver. Get the plastic off of this one. away. Let's see how this one turns. It turns really smoothly. And I am betting that it's not going to have any of the issues on the inside the way that the other Tony Fisher's golden eggs will have. I'm looking inside, and I'm going to bring one of these cuts up to the camera, but it's about what I expected, which is that I can't find any imperfections on the white ones because it's really not done the same as the metallized ones. I'll bring the Meffert's Challenge logo up. It's very hard to make out on this one, and it's also concept by Tony Fisher. That's going to be really hard to make out. I'll try it on one of the other eggs as well, and it can stand as long as a slight breeze doesn't ever come by. Okay, here's a third one. This one is gold. Okay. Oh, and it comes with a gold orbit stand. That's nice. Would have been slightly nicer if it didn't actually say Orbix on it, but that's okay. It's not like anyone's going to see that when the golden egg is in the stand. This is very, very shiny. You can see pretty much everything that's going on in this room. I'm trying to bring this concept by Tony Fisher up in the Meffert's Challenge. It's a very, very shiny tube. It moves about the same as all the others. Let's see if there's anything else. I'm looking for imperfections. In general, I don't see as many imperfections on this one. Here are two, though. I'll bring them up to the camera. Where my finger is, over here, and also over here. I think it's part of the process that they use to make these metallized products that's bringing about all these imperfections. Here's one along an edge over here. And put this back together. Let's see if it'll stand. And it does not. Okay, there's one final one. This one, as you can probably guess, is going to be the silver one. Okay, let me get this open. Alright, and obviously it's going to have a silver orbit stand. Let me get this open. No, this is not the most efficient letter opener ever, but it's definitely the coolest. Okay, silver one. Up to the camera. Very shiny. Good looking. Turns really well. I'm going to look for imperfections. Here's one over here. My finger is pointing. But they must. I'm thinking they might have done something to the process, however they made the metallized pieces last time, because there's a lot fewer imperfections along this. Anyways, here are the 4 Tony Fisher's golden eggs that I have. White, gold, silver, and silver.